everybody, and welcome to another class with me, Ava Monroe. Today's class is all on the floor. So just make yourself nice and comfortable. I like to sit in an easy cross-leg position, so I've brought my right foot in first, heel towards the pubic bone, then the left foot, and you can see that the ankles are stacked, one in front of the other. And on my sit bones, you can always sit on a yoga block, or a cushion, or a blanket if you prefer. Close your eyes. Have your arms in a comfortable position for you. And just take some very slow, deep breaths. Begin to breathe in and out through the nose, with the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. You'll hear a rasping noise as the breath passes over the tongue. Just listen to that noise, as it will help to still your mind and your body. If at any time your mind wanders off, let the thoughts or the feelings go and come back to that sound and that feeling of your breath. Then when you are ready, please open your eyes, come back to the room, and we'll begin. Okay, so we're going to start with rolling like a ball. This will release the very top of the hamstrings, work the tummy muscles, and also teach the pelvis that it can roll. Okay, so you could always be on a blanket, just for that extra cushioning, but don't be on a block or a cushion. On your sit bones, knees bent, holding the backs of the knees really, really firmly. Knees and feet are hip distance apart. Jaw relaxed, chin nodded under. When I'm ready, I'm just rolling slightly off the back of the sit bones, keeping the chin nodded under and pushing the legs into the hands, and it rolls me back up. Exhaling, rolling away. Inhaling, legs into hands, and you're back up. But keep the shins and the feet lower than the knees, and keep the chin nodded under. As you can see, the shoulders and the head never touch the floor. Just going to do a few more of those. Give the legs a shake. Roll the shoulders. Now we're going to do some roll-ups. And I've decided to do these without a band this morning, but you can use a TheraBand, a resistance band. I'm on my sit bones, knees bent, knees and feet are hip distance apart. I'm going to exhale and roll off the sit bones, just coming onto the lower back, keep the chin nodded under, breathing in, rolling back up, exhaling, rolling away, inhaling, rolling back up. You can make this harder and take the legs out long. Keep the feet relaxed, feet hip distance apart. I like the hands by the sides of the legs. I'm going to exhale, roll off the pelvis, come down onto the shoulder blades, but I've kept the chin nodded under. Breathing in and rolling back up. Exhaling, rolling away. Breathing in and rolling back up. You can also bring your arms into it as well. So I'm laying flat on the mat, chin nodded under, feet hip distance apart, arms over the top of the head. Breathing in to roll up, exhale with a rounded spine. Breathing in to straighten the spine, and exhaling, rolling back to where I started. Breathing in, rolling up, exhaling with a rounded spine. Inhaling to straighten the spine, exhaling, rolling away. Give the legs a shake and roll the shoulders once you have finished. The next one we're going to do is Navasana, bird pose. This works the tummy muscles, lengthens the spine, and works the hamstrings if you decide to straighten the legs. Okay, so once more you can sit on the blanket. Make sure you're on your sit bones. Start off by holding the backs of the knees very firmly, and the knees and feet are hip distance apart. Roll slightly off the back of the sit bones, lift one shin up, and then the other. You can stay here. Lots of core control and pelvic floor. You can take the arms out, no higher than the shoulders. You may want to bring the arms onto the inside of the legs. You can take hold of the ankles or the big toes like I do. You can stay here. Or you can begin to straighten the legs as much as you possibly can. Keep the chin nodded under and the jaw nice and relaxed. Gaze soft. Slow deep breaths. Don't worry if you can't fully straighten the legs, that will happen eventually. Bend the knees, place the heels to the floor. Give the legs a shake and roll the shoulders. Okay, the next one we're doing is an arm exercise. There's two of these. They're quite simple but very effective for keeping the arms strong and turning the tops of the arms. I'm coming into an all-fours position. Knees are under the hips, with the knees and feet hip distance apart. The spine feels long, and using my core control and pelvic floor. Okay. The little fingers are on the outside edge of the mat, wrists under shoulders. I am bending the elbows and bringing the elbows down onto the mat. Pushing into the heels of the hands, which will strike me back up. As you bend the elbows, make sure the elbows come down to the mat and not out to the sides. Make sure you strike into the heels of the hands. And as you can see, my bottom stays up in the air. I am not sitting backwards towards the heels. If you feel a little bit unstable in the lower half of the body, you can always tuck the toes under. I'm going to do a few more of those. I do anywhere from about 10 to 20. Well done. You can always sit back, roll the shoulders before we do the next arm exercise. So I'm back in my all-fours position, but this time I'm going to turn the fingers towards each other. Wrists are on the outside edge of the mat. And exhaling, bending the elbows. Face is coming down towards the mat, but the bottom is still up in the air. Pushing into the heels of the hands to strike me back up. Exhaling, inhaling back up. Exhaling down, inhaling back up. And again, anywhere between 10 and 20. Now, just sitting backwards onto the heels, I'm going to roll my shoulders before I continue with the next pose. We're next going to do lotus preparation, and this releases the hips, but mainly the hamstrings. I find this quite a relaxing pose, so do take your time. You don't have to go really, really deep. When and how your body feels. Okay, so I'm going to lay on my back. Both knees are bent. Knees and feet are hip distance apart. When I'm ready, a little bit of core control on the pelvic floor, and I'm going to place my right ankle on the left thigh, up near the knee, but not on the kneecap. If you've got very tight hamstrings, you might find that this is the only place you can be, and that's fine. Slow deep breaths, keep relaxing. Or you can lift the left foot off the floor, drawing the knee in towards the chest and tummy. Keep the legs and the feet relaxed. You might want to manually draw the left leg in and go deeper. And some people also like to do the sit-up. Keep the chin under, slide your hips down to hips, and there is your sit-up with a lotus prep. It's very important that you keep relaxing into the stretch. If you feel yourself tense up, just ease off slightly, give the legs a jiggle, go back into it. And then leg down, release the other leg. Give the legs a shake. And when you're ready, exactly the same on the other side. And don't worry if it feels totally different on this side. Just do what you can do. Whether you keep the foot on the floor, you lift the foot off the floor, you manually draw the right leg in, or do a sit-up. And this is an intense Western forward fold. Okay. You can be on a blanket, you could be on a couple of cushions or yoga blocks. Use cushions or yoga blocks if you feel that you slouch. They will help you to lift out of your hips, making a forward fold a little bit easier at first. So, we're going to start off easy and work deeper into it. Go with how it feels for you. Take your time, don't force the body because you don't want to really hurt the muscle groups or yourself. Okay, so whether on a blanket, just the mat, cushions or blocks, make sure that you are on your sit bones. I like to have my feet hip distance apart. There's nothing wrong with taking the feet wider. Use lots and lots of core control and pelvic floor throughout the pose. Okay, so if you know you've got a really tight back and hamstrings, you are best to start off with bent knees. And when you are ready, exhale, arms just by the side of the legs, and my tummy and chest have come to rest very gently on the thighs. You can close your eyes, listen to the sound of the breath, and be aware of where you are feeling any stretching, any pulls. If the stretch wears off, you can go deeper. So just slide the feet further up the mat, but keep the tummy and chest in contact with the thighs. So you're all the time working these muscles here above the sacrum, lengthening and stretching them beautifully, but without going into pain. And you can continue to send the heels away and work deeper into the stretch with the knees bent. Sometimes it can take years to get the hamstrings and the spine to release. So be patient and considerate with yourself. If you want to go for the full version of this, on your sit bones, core control and pelvic floor. Deep breath in. Feel like your body is an inflating balloon when you breathe in, so that when you exhale, the body deflates. You go nicely down into the toes. You can always give the legs a jiggle. Never ever tense up the thighs, pull the muscles up above the kneecaps. That will have a really knock-on effect into the movement. Feeling the stretch. Keeping relaxed. Taking another inhale breath. And exhaling. ease off the pose at any time and go back into it. Just make sure you are on your sit bones, very important. Because when you begin to move forwards in this stretch, it should feel like you have come over the top of the sit bones. Never use the arms as your levers. And also another thing you need to be looking for is that the knees are in line with the second of their toes, but the feet haven't rolled out to the sides or dropped in. That's all to do with your gait patterning, very important. Eventually, just like me, the tummy, the chest, and the head will come down onto those legs. But it just takes time and a whole lot of patience. When I'm ready to come out of it, and breathing in, sliding the hands back up, I'll roll the shoulders and give the legs a really good shake. Now it's time for Shavasana, relaxation. I'm going to lay on my back, but if you suffer from dizzy spells, please lay on the side or sit up. I also like to take my legs out long, but you can have the knees bent and place the legs in cobbler if you prefer. Arms by the sides of the body, palms facing the ceiling. As you are breathing, make sure that the jaw is relaxed and that the tongue is relaxed in the mouth. Become aware of the rise and the fall of your chest. And the sound of your breath. Become aware of the air in your nostrils. Be the observer, watching the breath. Notice how the breath effortlessly flows without you having to do anything. Notice the cool air on inhalation and the warm air on exhalation. Notice where the breath begins and ends. Watch the natural breath pattern and feel the exhalation at the back of the throat. But don't push the exhalation, let it flow. Notice the softness at the back of the eyes as you exhale. Notice the feeling of letting go as you exhale. Notice how calm you feel. Very slowly wiggle your fingers and toes. Place the hands anywhere on the body that is comfortable for you, and notice the rise and the fall of your chest. Open your eyes and come back to the room. Very slowly bend the knees. And then you can roll over to the side. But only come to sitting when you are ready. do hope you've enjoyed today's class. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, and if you want to see more videos, please subscribe. Thank you.